Morning, everybody. Today, where we celebrate the Monday of the fourth week of Lent, and it is almost less than 2 weeks before Lent season has ended. And so Jesus continues to call each and every one of us here to really consider this question: what exactly have we done to improve ourselves, especially throughout the season of Lent? And each and every one of us here can be classified as two distinct types of people. Those who really are transformed to the extent that they are very close to God, and those who let the season of Lent pass by year after year with no transformation. And this Lenten season, Jesus continues to call each and every one of us to set ourselves aside so that we can allow ourselves to really acknowledge the needs of other people, so that all of us can really experience this closeness in the relationship we establish here with our Lord Jesus Christ. And so God continues to inspire each and every one of us here to really continue to keep up with our faith, so that all of us can really have this understanding of what it means to love others just like how God loves each and every one of us here. And so, today's Holy Gospel, Jesus had returned back to Galilee after he was not welcomed in another area. And all of the Galileans had welcomed him back after seeing all of the signs that he had done. And if we remember the place of Galilee, this is where the wedding feast of Cana took place, where Jesus was able to transform the water into the wine. And that is the first of the signs which he had done. And so today we hear that Jesus returned to Galilee and had this one royal official where the son was seriously ill. He was not about to die yet, but he was seriously ill. And so Jesus had told this royal official that your son will live. And the royal official had continued to place his trust in our Lord Jesus Christ, to the extent that when the royal official came back home, he saw that the son will live, as those who took care of the son say, your son will live. And it is exactly 1 p.m., which is the time to which when Jesus had told him that the son will live. And so what lesson can we learn from this? Jesus reminds each and every one of us about the importance of placing our trust in our Lord Jesus Christ, so that each and every one of us here can really be able to unite ourselves with Him, especially journeying throughout this season of Lent, where we are walking in the desert for 40 days and 40 nights, to which this desert to which we are walking through isn't easy of a desert to be walking through, as it requires a lot of sacrifice, and it requires a lot of dedication in order for us to be able to successfully journey through the desert to which each and every one of us here are going through. And so when we continue to place our trust in Jesus, it really is going to stand out to each and every one of us, as we can continue to acknowledge that Jesus does truly indeed answer our own prayers. And I had a calling to write letters to a lot of people, despite the fact that my hands continue to struggle, despite the fact that my mind tends to wander off as I continue to write the letters. I continue to place my own heart into writing the letters because I continue to believe that it is God's calling to really go and reconcile with one another so that we can establish this inner peace. And so this is something that I continue to strive to work towards, especially as I continue to live forth my journey of faith. And each and every one of us here have our own set of missions to which God has set for each and every one of us. Despite going through a lot of different situations, despite going through situations to which we have never faced before, all of us here are called to place our trust in God so that just like the royal official, we can continue to live. We can continue to really furthermore understand what God has planned for each and every one of us so that all of us here can really come to believe that Jesus Christ is truly Lord. And so I challenge each and every one of us today to go and believe in Jesus and ask Jesus to help guide each and every one of us. Because I will tell you right now, it may not be an immediate response to the prayer, but if we continue to place our trust knowing that Jesus will help guide each and every one of us, we can look at ourselves years later and indeed proclaim, yes, this is indeed Jesus who answers our prayers.